This is week 3 in my mini cut series where I'm taking you through week by week what I'm eating for my 4-week mini cut. This is a short period of very aggressive fat loss that I'm using to buy myself further time for massing. This mini cut is coming after 10 months of massing after my bodybuilding competition last year, and I'm using this mini cut to drop off all the fat I've accumulated, or some of the fat I've accumulated, and then get straight back into bulking for another 10 months or so, hopefully. Make sure to watch the first 2 weeks of these mini cut videos where I go through some really important information. I explain why I'm eating 1600 calories a day right now and how the hell I can do that without losing muscle, and I also explain why you probably shouldn't be doing mini cuts, but the few situations where maybe you should be. I won't be repeating those points in these videos, so like I said, make sure you go back and watch those ones. There have been a few more changes in my diet this week just based on the scale numbers and how I've been feeling in the cut, but on the whole, the calories and macros aren't changing a huge amount. Essentially, it's been really hot in the UK right now. We're having a bit of a heat wave. Pair that with the fact that I've been super busy in my personal and business life. So right now, my hunger levels have just not been there. When it's really hot, your hunger tends to be lower. When you're super busy, you're not thinking about food. So there are certain days of the week where I was actually finding myself forgetting to eat despite being in an aggressive diet. And it didn't really make sense, because why eat those calories when the goal is to eat fewer calories right now? I can't lose muscle mass I can't lose appreciable muscle mass in such an aggressive mini fat loss phase. So why not push the calories lower where I can, reap even more fat loss from this 4-week phase, and then get straight back into massing. So on those days I know that I'm going to be super busy. I've dropped my calories down to 1500 some days and not even felt any issues doing that. And then every other day where my appetite is feeling more normal, I'm sticking to the 1650 calories that you will have seen from the first 2 weeks. This essentially averages out to a lower weekly average intake, which means I'm going to be losing more fat, a little bit more fat in this period of time. This is going to mean that in this fat loss phase, I might lose more fat than I planned. It's going to be even more aggressive than I planned for, but like I explained in the first 2 videos, I really can't lose muscle in this phase, so why not? If I'm literally feeling full and not hungry, then why eat? Why force feed in this phase? It doesn't make sense, right? I'll discuss all of this and more, but first, meal 1. Okay, meal 1 is one that hasn't changed at all, I don't think, if I'm remembering correctly from last week. So what we have here is a scramble. We have 200 grams of liquid egg whites. We have 200 grams of mushrooms, 200 grams of courgette, zucchini, 200 grams of green beans, and 2 slices of bacon medallions. I'm not sure if they were here last week, but either way, we have them this week. This is super high protein, very low carb, very high volume. It's really filling. I discussed in last week's video that I found that when I was having carbs in the morning, it didn't really improve my satiety. It didn't really make me feel any different. So it was kind of unnecessary calories. So I was originally having some chopped up potatoes with this, but I just cut the potatoes out, cut my losses, added some protein, and I'm finding more satiety from less calories. And that is why I'm sticking with this meal. As you will see on the screen here, the whole meal is very low in calorie, really filling. So I thought, why change it? And that is going to be the theme today. Like I said, there really isn't too many changes to go through. We're in a heat wave right now. It is like 10 in the morning and it's already like 32 degrees. As you know, probably, Brits cannot handle the hot weather. So we'll see how I get on with my oats meal, which is in a few hours time when it's going to be nearly 40 degrees. Anyway, I'm going to go and eat this before my skin melts off. Okay, so one of the things I want to discuss in this video is satiety. Like I was saying in the intro clip, I have just not been hungry at all. And Martin McDonald, if you don't know who that is, I'd definitely recommend checking out. He talks about something in his aggressive fat loss dieting, that there's this kind of line where you reduce your calories and you feel hungry, but once you get below a certain amount of calories, you just stop feeling hungry. So he talks about feeling less hungry eating 1,000 calories a day than if he was to eat 2,000 calories a day, when his maintenance is like 2,500 calories a day. And it never really resonated with me because it didn't make sense. But right now I feel like I'm experiencing that. And this just feels completely counterintuitive. It feels nothing like the cut from my bodybuilding show because it's such a short period of time and I'm at a higher body fat percentage. Last time I was eating this few calories, I was absolutely shredded and stage lean. Right now, I'm nowhere near stage lean and I feel absolutely fine on a low calorie intake. So it's been a really, really weird experience, but it's actually pretty awesome knowing that I can dip in and out of fat loss this easily when I'm not at those stage levels of leanness. Because I was almost fearful going into such an aggressive deficit because I was like, oh God, I'm going to feel like that again. But I feel good. Like I have energy, I can smile. That wasn't happening towards the end of prep. So just because it is an absolute heat wave in the UK and it's 36 degrees, we have a meal plan to follow. So we're still eating our hot oats, which I'm going to regret, like I've already said, so I'll stop going on. But like I said, we have oats again. This is another meal that has not changed. Why am I eating something quite calorie dense when I'm on such low calories? Well, the thing is, I am so busy day to day right now that I'm not really feeling the hunger. It's something that I really enjoy. It's something that's very quick to make. It doesn't take a lot of time or effort. It fits the calories, it fits the macros, which I'll put up on the screen here, by the way. So I'm keeping it in for now. It might be gone next week. It might be gone in the last week. No, next week is the last week. So I'm not hungry, but I do have diet brain. So it might be gone next week. It might not be. But right now, we're keeping it in. If you want to know the recipe for this, check out the first video because like I said, I haven't changed it, so it's in there. It's just protein oats, but it's a peanut butter one. It tastes really, really nice. I do some extra little things for it. So yeah, this is meal number 2. I'm doing work right now. I'm going to carry on doing work. I'll check in for meal 3. Another thing I wanted to speak about in this video was motivation during this cut and body checking, because something I always fell into the habit of before when I was dieting was I would, every single day, I'd check the mirror and I would look, am I leaner? Am I leaner? Every single day, am I leaner? Am I leaner? Am I leaner? Was the scale down? Was it not? And it would really make things more difficult. Whereas this fat loss phase, like I said earlier in the video, I've been super busy. I've literally been forgetting to look at myself. So this is week 3 of the diet, right? And I've probably looked in the mirror like twice to see how lean I look, if I look any different. And because I'm hardly looking, I'm not being critical of myself. I'm not second guessing myself. I'm not overthinking the process. I put in the work initially. I'm now executing that work, but I'm not checking myself to then overthink it and make some stupid decisions. Whether like, oh, I'm looking flat, I need a refeed. Oh, I'm looking fat, I need less calories. All these crazy thoughts can go through your head when you're in a deficit, when you're constantly checking yourself every day, because you're not going to see changes like that on a day-by-day basis, at least when you're in that mindset. So I think not looking at myself has been really, really good for my mental health, my sanity, my motivation, all of these things during a cut. So if you find yourself getting into that habit of body checking, it's something I see a lot with clients. They'll tell me they look in the mirror every day and look at their fat. It's not a productive thing to do. Don't do that. Too hot for work, so I got all of my client check-ins done. I then went on the sofa and lay down for like an hour and a half watching anime, and before I knew it, it was dinner time. So this is meal number 3. Looking very, very similar to meal number 1, like we went through in the week 2 video. I'm keeping things simple, I'm keeping things easy. It takes like 2 or 3 minutes to throw together. It's literally just 200 grams of green beans, 200 grams of courgette, 200 grams of mushrooms, and 1 can of tuna. It does not get more simple than that, but it is super, super filling. The calories, which will be on the screen next to my head, are super low. And yeah, it gets the job done. I put some salt on it and then some low calorie garlic mayonnaise, and it's a bop. It's a bop, if that even makes sense. So I'm going to go eat this, we'll have another chat, and then you will see the final meal of the day, which I think you already know what it is. And the third thing I wanted to touch on, just like the first video, was the side effects that I'm currently experiencing. I am now starting to notice my training performance taking a bit of a hit. Previously, I was still progressing. Week 1 and week 2, I was progressing through my mesocycle as planned. I was going from 3 RIR to 2 RIR to 1 RIR, absolutely fine. I was hitting the prescribed numbers that I'd expect to be hitting, whereas now the same performance as last week is feeling like the next rep in reserve. So essentially, last week, if 10 reps of something was 2 reps in reserve, this week, instead of doing 11 reps at 1 rep in reserve, I'm now still doing 10 reps, but it's now at 1 rep in reserve. So I have gotten physically weaker, but that makes sense because I'm in over a 1,000 calorie deficit. It was only a matter of time before I got weaker. If you can hear this bloody fly going around my living room, then I apologise because it's really annoying. Also, I am noticing some sleep disruption. The quality of my sleep, the depth of my sleep, and the duration of my sleep has definitely taken a hit this last week or so. But it's hard to say whether that's due to the mini cut, due to the calorie deficit, or if it's other factors like how busy I've been, or if it's to do with the heat, because obviously that can affect your sleep. I don't know, but it could be to do with the mini cut. And the last side effect I want to speak about is energy levels. And surprisingly, my energy levels have been better this week than they were last week. If you saw me at the end of prep, I was a zombie. Right now, I'm still animated. I've got energy. I'm happy. I'm going about my day. Getting in my steps isn't an issue. So yeah, it's been a really good eye-opening experience doing this mini cut. And finishing off the day, you know it, the French toast is back as always. We have 8 slices of 50 calorie bread. We have 200 grams of egg whites and 150 grams of almond milk. The calories and macros for this will be up on the screen here. And this is the same as last week, and I think I'm going to be keeping it because it has just been the perfect way to end the evening. It has definitely fixed the issue of going to the toilet loads during the night that I was having in week 1. Again, go and watch those videos if you don't know what I'm talking about, but this has been such a lifesaver on this cut. The volume, the satiety, the enjoyment of it is perfect, and it's a good thing to end the day with. It's nice, it's fun. Everyone loves French toast. So yeah, I'm gonna go and eat this and then we will wrap this video up. And that is it for week 3's mini cut diet. A little less calories, a few small meal changes, and quite a few pounds dropped off the scale. All is going well, so I hope you're finding this mini cut series interesting. It's been nice getting back to these full day of eating videos with simple whole food recipes rather than all of that complicated anabolic diet shit. If you are enjoying these videos, make sure to let me know in the comment section and subscribe to the channel. Progressive Physique Coaching, my online coaching company, is the first link in the description. We have been growing fast lately, so if you are interested in being guided through your gains, make sure to get in now before things get too full. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and until the next one, see you later guys.